Hey everybody, welcome back to Veil of Darkness. Last time we were in the other village after having checked out where our plane is in the swamp. It's kind of a lost cause, I think, at this point. It's not looking too good. So flying out of here, I guess, was really never an option. I mean, there's no runway. Seems like it's all forest, so Larry's very lucky to be alive. Also, last time I realized I fixed the video signal for my capture card and then had to restart the game because of the music being cut out, and then never fixed it back. So, so my apologies for that. Anyway, yeah, so we've learned about Christiana here, who's apparently in some kind of a trance. At least I'm assuming this is Christiana. So let's chat with her. I'm sure she won't mind the pitchfork and machete that we're brandishing. The girl just stares blankly at you. Hello. Alright, I got a feeling we're not going to get far with this right now, so that'll be something for later, I guess. So let's try. I don't think we've been in here. What is this? It's a bit, well, it's a bit something strange, I guess. She just really likes stonework. Let's see. If you came looking for Constantine, he's in the other room. Constantine? Is he your son? Sure, could be son, husband, lover, who knows. Excuse me while I spit out these leaves. Yes, Constantine's my son. The only one I've got. Nobody ever comes here to see me, so I figured you're here to see him. Spit out these leaves? She was chewing on leaves? If you don't mind me asking, what exactly are you chewing on? Betony. It sort of tastes like mint, so I like the taste. And it's supposed to cleanse the blood. If you really want to know what it's good for, you'll have to ask Annabelle. If it tastes like mint leaves, do you mind if I try one? Sorry, but I don't have many of the leaves left, and they're really hard to find, from what Constantine tells me. He's the one that goes out and picks the stuff. If you want some, you'll have to ask him where he finds it and get your own. So we can't just steal a little twig or whatever from the plants. What about this thing? A little hard to tell what stuff is sometimes. It's not in here. This must be her bedroom, I guess. I don't see any Constantine here. Is there something on this? No. That's a bit odd. I don't know. Constantine's for sure not here. Am I missing something? Oh, here, maybe. I think that's where we came in. I think we gotta go maybe this way. Aha, okay. Or if this has any relation to the popular character. Oh, is Constantine a historical figure at all? Or is the comic character based on a historical figure? I actually really don't know. Hello, I'm Constantine. As you can see, I'm a collector of sorts. Well, actually, I'm a historian, but I also collect relics of this valley. What kind of history do you study? I devote most of my time to this valley's past. I'm particularly interested in Nikolai, the lord that ruled this valley before it was engulfed in shadow, and his sons. Whatever happened to this Lord Nikolai? He was murdered by his son, Cairn. At least that's what I believe. The records say it was a thief. You see, there was no proof, and with his father and brothers dead, Karen won dominance of this valley. Why would a thief want to kill Nikolai? It sounds more like an assassination. I agree, but it was written that on the night of Nikolai's death, many valuables were stolen from the Lord's castle. Among those valuables was Nikolai's signet ring. So, you see, it was thought that the thief attempted to steal the ring while Nikolai slept. When the Lord awoke, he must have struggled with the thief. He was stabbed in the back with a dagger. No one was there to hear Nikolai's cries for help, so he bled to death in the passing of an hour. I must say, there seems to be some interesting stuff here. Is there anything you would sell? A fellow collector. My apologies, but most of the relics here are very valuable to me. Though I do have one piece, a talisman of sorts that I would part with for 2 silver coins. I haven't a clue what it may be good for. You might want to brave a trip to that old witch at the crossroads. She might tell you. That's if she doesn't eat you first. Do you want to buy the talisman? I mean, I kind of want a silver sword, but who knows what we're going to need first? I have no idea. Let's get it, I guess. Thank you. I do hope you find some use for the charm. Me too. Remember, the old witch at the crossroads might know what it's good for. I'd hate the thought of taking your money for a worthless trinket. Yeah, maybe I should have gone to the witch first and asked her about talismans, but then again, how would she know if she hasn't seen them? Anyway, what's going on with the sons? How many sons did Nikolai have? There were 7. Alexander, Fyodor, Nathan, Michael, Karen, Christian, and the youngest, Peter. Oh my god. What do you know about Alexander? He was a warrior, one of the finest swordsmen ever from what I've read. He eventually met his match, though. He dueled with a stranger never before seen in the valley. Alexander was killed and then beheaded with his own rapier. This is in the short story, in the manual. After the duel, the strange swordsman took Alexander's head up to the bar and deposited it there as if it were a bag of coins. That is how the tavern got its name, the Severed Head. Ah, so that was the tavern. Okay. Instead of fleeing, the man waited for the Lord's guard to seize him and hang him. He never resisted, only laughed, as he was dragged to the gallows and hung. Fyodor, let's see, this Fyodor, what kind of son was he? Oh, he was vain, terribly vain. He abused his father's position and spent his coins on booze and wenching. Why, once when his father was away, Fyodor had a coin minted with his own image upon it. Nikolai was furious when he returned from his travels. He had many of the coins found and destroyed, but I think that to this day some of the coins still exist. In the end, Fyodor must have angered some unknown person because he was found in a dark alley with his skull split open. I don't think there were many that grieved at the death of Fyodor. How much do you know about Nathan? Nathan loved to hunt. He spent a lot of time in a small cottage he had built in the dark forest. He died in a hunting accident. I believe it was thought that a bear or wolf got to him. Of course, there wasn't much of his body left, so it was hard to tell. Michael was the weakest of the brothers, so he dedicated his life to scholarly duties. Unfortunately, before he grew into full manhood, he died of some disease. We'll save Karen for last. Christian. What did you learn about Christian? A fine minstrel from all that I've read. Like all of his brothers, he, too, died a strange and mysterious death. Interesting. And, Peter. Although his body was never found, it was believed that he drowned. The pony he had been riding was found washed ashore. I would imagine that his body probably sunk to the bottom of the Blackwater's murky depths. What's this Blackwater you mentioned? It sounds like a lake, but I don't recall seeing any water in the valley. You're right, it is a lake, and a large one at that. It lies at the very center of this valley. Not very many people go there. It's supposed to be inhabited by will-o-wisps, creatures that feed on a human's life force. From what I remember, legends say there's an island at the center of the lake. Of course, nobody's crossed that body of water since the old ferryman drowned. That was well over 100 years ago. Well, I guess there's nothing left but Cairn. What can we learn about Cairn here? I'd prefer not to discuss that evil one. Suffice it to say, he is the thing that brought all this evil to the valley. He rules completely. No one can oppose him. The people of this valley are his sustenance, which he feeds upon. Okay. Anything about trances? Or, no. Well, I guess, we're done here. Let's take a look at this talisman. Interesting. I don't know if we can wear that or not, but before we put it on, perhaps we'll go see if we can find the switch. Actually, I never asked him about the Bethany. I'm gonna come back. Yeah, relics. Actually asking about... What do you know about a plant called Bethany? Bethany? My mother likes to chew this stuff. Oh, it's his mother. Okay, yeah, right. No, she said this much. For some reason, I thought I got it in my head that they were married because they both have gray hair. How foolish. Anyway, it's not easy to find, but I've discovered a small patch in a remote place in the cemetery. I picked the patch clean last time I was there, but Bethany grows fast. There might be some more now. Okay. I'm guessing we've unlocked a few places to check out, but we still have a couple houses left, like that one there, and that one seems important. But first, let's try this one. Should also probably drop a save here. It's been a hot minute. Woof. Oh, hello there. You don't have someone you want me to bury, do you? It's been a while and I'm just dying for a chance to dig a grave. Who knows, maybe I'll get the chance to dig yours. Well, that's a way to introduce yourself. Even if I had someone I wanted to bury, why would I have you do it? Because it's my job. I'm Gregor, the caretaker. That means I dig graves, and I must say I like it. Some abhor the thought of digging graves, working with the dead. I, on the other hand, see it in a different light. I'm laying people to rest, and rest in this forsaken place means peace. At least for some people, that is. I'm surprised you're not a busy man with all the death to be found in this valley. You just have to rub it in, don't you? There may be a lot of death in this valley, but very little of it is true death. There were too many people eaten by wolves or zombies, turned into vampires, or just plain missing, never to be found. If something doesn't happen soon, I might forget my way to the graveyard. If this keeps up, I may have to take things into my own hands. Go out and create work for myself. What do you think? I think you've really lost it. You're crazy. If you tell me where this cemetery is, I'll be on my way. It's not too far from this village. While you're there, take a moment and admire some of my work. I think you'll like it. What a guy. I hate to disappoint you, but I don't think you'll be getting the chance to dig my grave. Even though I'm half skeleton right now, although I guess we're all full skeleton all the time on the inside. Anyway, that's what they all say, my friend. That's what they all say. Remember that when you find yourself overcome with madness, or clenched in the jaws of a wolf. Well, we were definitely in the jaws of several wolves. That was an uncomfortable moment. You may get eaten, and I might not get to bury your body, but at least I'll get to add your name to the Book of Souls. What is this Book of Souls? Come now, you don't think all I do is dig graves, do you? The Book of Souls, it's a book containing all the names of the dead and how they died. Can I see the Book of Souls? I might need a name from its pages. I don't have to show you anything, and I'm definitely not going to let you rummage through the Book of Souls. Alrighty. We got a tough guy over here. Let's just take a look at this house here. Is that more wine? Empty bottle of fine wine. So, just kind of guessing from this, the only fine wine we found was in Kyril's basement, and Kyril's basement is attached to Edouard's house. And this guy seems to be more than happy, perhaps, to create some work for himself as a gravedigger, he said. So maybe I was wrong about Kyril after all. What is this? Torn shirt. Just putting the pieces together here. Where is it? Torn fabric, torn shirt. Can we try to like match the two? I don't know. Doesn't seem like it. But we have some evidence, that's for sure. Seems like the shirt's too big for the pouch. So we'll put that one back in there. And maybe the shirt can go in here? Yes, okay. Alrighty, well, let's re-equip ourselves. Also, this dude's bed's a mess. What is this? A strength potion? Interesting. I guess that'll make us hit harder. The manual does talk about finding stuff that will like buff us in combat, but I don't know how long it'll last. We'll put it in the thing, I guess, for now. I'm actually surprised I can thread the needle through those. Alright. I guess... I don't know. We'll come back to him later. It's also like, look at this fucking... Is that blood or dirt on his feet there? I guess it could be dirt, because he said he's a gravedigger. I'm guessing we ain't getting through this, this door behind him, so... I guess we'll leave him be. Also, his roof's in a little bit of disrepair. This is the rest of his house. Alright. Fair enough. So, we've, probably maybe found Edward's, murderer. Just a guess. So, we'll see. What do we have in here? I suppose you are here to speak to the magistrate. You will find him in the next room, sir. And please, sir, do not keep him long. Alexei realizes his duty as Karen's magistrate, but he hates to be bored by little unimportant things. Oop, I think I accidentally clicked on him. You again! You will find the magistrate where he was last time. Yeah. Is that Alexei or Alexei? I I guess I'm going to say Alexei, because that's how it's written. I don't really know how to pronounce half the names in this game. Ah, there he is. There's our guy. All right, we'll talk to him in a sec. Let me get down here. Anything good? No, nothing... Yeah, nothing in here, really, as far as I can tell. Alright, well, let's have a little chat with you, I suppose. Great, another villager. What can I do for you? And please be quick, for I don't like those who waste my time. I didn't come to waste your time. I'm Larry, the one who crashed the other day. So you're the one. In that case, I'm glad you came here. I am the magistrate of this valley. It is Karen, the Dark Lord himself, who has given me the power to govern this domain of his. I will tell you what I tell all outsiders. Obey my laws. If you don't, you'll find yourself hanging right beside that murderer Ambrose. Let's ask about... I'm very curious about that. This, I assume, is related to Edward, but... And what exactly are these laws that I must obey? Let it suffice to say that anything that doesn't please me or my master is considered breaking the law. Lovely. In the meantime, you might want to take it upon yourself to do some good. Being an outsider, I'm sure you need of some money. Well, there just happens to be a way you can earn yourself a nice purse of silver. A purse of silver, eh? Come to think of it, I could use the coins. What do I have to do? There's one in the valley who is a werewolf, a lycanthrope. Karen usually lets such creatures live, for it pleases him, but this werebeast has become most troublesome. Slay it, and the bounty is yours. Kill a werewolf? I don't have the slightest idea how to kill a werewolf, let alone find out who it is. Legends say that if you confront such a beast in human form, and brand that person a werewolf, thus revealing its secret, that it will change into the wolf. The werebeast must then kill all who know its true identity before it can once again take on its human form. So you see, finding out who the werewolf is only part of the problem. You must also kill the beast, and I tell you this, no normal weapon can kill such a thing. Murderer. Not you too. I've had more unrest after the hanging of Ambrose than I should put up with. As far as I'm concerned, Ambrose is the one that killed Edouard. If you beg to differ, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what I told the others. Find me proof that it was another's hand that took Edouard's life, and I'll hang him too. You mean you might have hung an innocent man? Are you sure it was him, I mean? As far as I'm concerned, it was Ambrose who spilled Edouard's blood. Even if it wasn't, I had to hang someone. If you can bring me 3 pieces of evidence that it was someone else, I'll hang the true murderer. Do you have any evidence that may make me believe it was someone else who murdered Edouard? I think we do, actually. We got the wine bottle, the shirt, and the torn fabric. I mean... It's not like a, smoking gun, but it's, circumstantial. I found this piece of torn shirt in Edouard's house, and guess what? Here's one of Gregor's shirts with a torn sleeve. What do you think of that? Interesting. I'll have Bayard check on this. We'll see if what you say is true. I found this empty wine bottle in Gregor's house, along with others just like it. You'll find the same bottles in Edouard's house. Interesting. Again, I'll have Bayard check on this. We'll see if what you say is true. Who's Bayard? Is that like his butler? I don't know. Well, Gregor does have parsley growing in his garden. What does that mean? So what? You're gonna have to do better than that. What does parsley have to do? Yeah, exactly. What the fuck does that have to do with anything? I don't know. Must mean something, though. Like, he has a love of Italian food. Though I wonder what. Some more evidence, and your theory might stand up in my court, Larry. So we probably need to ask Annabelle about parsley. Is my guess. You again. I'm gonna go back and talk to him. I wanna see if he knows about Bayard. It's you again. Yeah. Just asking about who's Bayard. He won't tell me. I don't know who that is. If we met them yet or not. Regardless, I guess we are done in town for the moment here. At least this part of town. The other part of town, however you want to look at it. What to do? I guess, let's look at the map. Oh yeah. What do we got? We got the cemetery, crossroads, I think that's where the witch is. We got the lake. We kind of actually need to get a heal, come to think of it. So, I think I'm going to do that. And then we've got the fortress, of course. We could go knock on the front door. Oh, and the dark forest. I almost didn't even see that. Yeah, everything's opened up now. We gotta find a dead guy, though. Where do you find a dead guy? Apparently, everywhere, supposedly. Let's see here. I think it was this one. Let's see. So, tend to your wounds, make different kinds of potions. I'm curious about the potion thing again. Let's see. Elixirs of healing, but those take time, and she doesn't have that at the moment. Potion for madness. Yeah, what did she need for this? 2 plants, seeds of fennel and leaf. Oh, and the betony. Right, okay. And then a lock of hair from the one who suffers. And a wide-bellied jar with a face painted on it. That is very specific. But, good to know. Alright, and then wounds. I have some wounds that need healing. Just be quiet and relax. I'm so glad she doesn't charge us for this yet. Trust me, when I'm done, it'll be good as new. And all healed. Thanks, Carmen. Oh, she's Carmen, yeah. So the other woman is Marja, I guess. Okay, well, I guess we'll call it here. When we come back, we're going to have to find a new spot to explore. I don't know. I mean, I have a feeling maybe the cemetery could be a good lead. It seems like a place where one might expect to find a dead one, although I don't know about a dead one who's forced to serve.